Yes, everyone, welcome. Another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And I'm going to call this one today. This is Akiya Red Pill Kyoto version. And this is from the Instagram Cheap Houses Japan. And this two-story house in Miyazu, Kyoto has, what does it say? Has been renovated and renovated for use as a commercial property. And there you go. This is, you can see right there. This is like a bike rack that's done in all kinds of like cool cafes in Japan. As just people never use them. Okay, they never use them, but it's meant that you can put your seat on the back of that right there, and then you wouldn't keep your tie. No one even used them, but they're just used, and just like this bench. So this might be some sort of little cafe. Um, here, so it's zoned commercially right there, and it's a nice house, and this is for I guess 3,200 Japanese mon, and we'll go through the pictures right here. But yeah, this is just really bad ideas going on here in Instagram, selling you the idyllic sort of thing, and this is in Kyoto, but it's not in Kyoto City, and it's way in the middle of nowhere. And I'm guessing right now it might actually already be zoned for. Uh, it could be zoned already for like the Airbnb or the Minpaku Kyokasho. And but my question is, yeah, if it is, why are they selling it? And look, it has 1,600 likes. You can see it as a commercial cafe. There's some nice things about it, but like, why are you going into these far-flung ideas, like in the middle of nowhere, Japan? I have no idea. Uh, anyway, it's just Instagram, and it's going to have 1,600 likes just because it's going to have 1,600 likes. Anyhow, this is the. We'll move over here, and this is where it is. Okay, this is of course Biwako right here. Okay, this is Shiga Ken. This is Fukui Ken. This is Kyoto. And here is Hyogo Ken, okay, as you can see right here. And then down here by Biwako is the sort of center of Kyoto. Now, Kyoto has about uh, two or three good wards that are really, really good and really, really popular when they're holding their real estate values. But as soon as you get away from these sort of inner wards of Higashiyama or in here like this, and you get away from there, the population is going down. Everywhere else you see out in here, the population is going down. Okay, I'm not saying that Japan is dying, but if you're going to take $300,000 and buy something, for sure buy it into the center wards of Kyoto. Anyhow, let's actually let's click on this one and have a look at the actual market. It'll come up, and we'll look at the actual market here in where this is from. And it was, yeah, it's called Miyazu. Zu is for tsunami, by the way. So you that's what it's Miyatsu. So like it's just a sort of a coastal kanji. Anyhow, let's have a look here. Waiting for the map here to fire up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. And then I'll have to back us up a little bit so we can look at the market. One of the good things, like I always talk about on this channel, is that this sort of at home page can really demark marketplaces just by us looking at the color distribution. And looked at it earlier. I know already know what it is. It's full of blue pills. We see one there. There's a blue pill there. Okay, which means cold. And when it's everything is cold, you really don't want to be involved in stuff. So like there's a blue and there's a blue, and there'll be another blue one. Yeah, there's a few other blue ones here as well. So like anything that you buy, basically what this market is totally illiquid. Okay. For various reasons. Maybe like these houses are viewed as old, and the Japanese marketplace likes to buy something new. You can come back here like to like my saved pictures here on Instagram, and we can learn a little bit about this one. Like where was that one I saved? This one right here. Uh, this, for example, right here is this is a concrete house. Okay, in Japan. Have a look at it right here. Okay. Now maybe someone the in that town, maybe the family that has money or families with money. This is what they want. They don't want this old stuff. It's just old stuff. They don't mind to go there, to go to the cafe to remember, but they don't want to live there. This is a house in Japan. Okay. house in Japan. Okay, so you think that just you cannot put your thinking into it that, oh, that's really idyllic Japanese house in the countryside. Of course, if you want to go against me and go like what I'm saying and go counter trend, and you think that you could buy this house in Miyatsu, uh, Kyoto, and make that business work. Then you by all means go ahead. But this is like, are you sure? This is what the Japanese market likes. Okay, it's just have to drop some red pill on you. So let's go here and look at some of the selections here that were in the actual marketplace here in Miyazu. Okay, there we have. By the way, that's the grocery store right there. And I took the golden Google guy or Google Maps golden guy, right? And I dropped them down there just to see if there's what kind of shopping market is here. And yeah, it looks pretty. This town looks really desolate, but I could be wrong. Let's move into where the other shop. This one looks like it's on a main street, so it could be like a more of a standard sort of shopping. Obviously, this shopping market here is going to be a decent one. It's on a main street, so we're going to imagine that it's going to be decently supplied. And the town is totally not dead. Like here's a building that was probably built in the mid 1970s. Maybe I'm not doing a very good job of finding some of the stuff. This might be like the central commercial area here of Miyatsu. Uh, that could be in the city hall. Even that could be like the Kuyakusho or the city hall for the for the town itself. Okay, but let's go here. I don't know. I couldn't find the shopping. That's what you're looking at, though. It's not an unpleasant place to. I mean, too. Like I have my negative opinions on things, but um, I don't think that anyone should be buying these in these kind of places. Like this is a house in the same town. Okay, this one is for 650 mon a ropyaku gojuman, and I think it's probably both these buildings on it. There could be like, and it says, yeah, I think this is a parking lot here as well. So yeah, this is it right here. So yeah, that's what it is, a parking space right there. That's like a shed. Okay, it's not totally. It's totally like if you're going to go into this town, at least get something like this. Don't take the 320,000. This is Japanese Sanzen Nihyokuman for that nicer listing, okay? And then buy a place in central Kyoto with the bulk of that money, and then come into this town and get a smaller one. Don't ever risk all your big money going into all these smaller places. Let's just that was one for 650 mon. We saw it. It's just a baseline. It's a baseline house, okay? This one's probably not going to sell. No one's really gonna buy it. So no one's gonna buy it. Okay, let's go here to the next one. Okay, this one is a little bit more than twice the price. Okay, I'll start at the beginning, but at least it's been renovated. Uh, what do we have here? Like a two-story wooden house right there. You see it right there, and it's been renovated. And that's this is the stuff that's going to sell. Okay, and then you can connect this one to that one Instagram picture. Okay, that one Instagram picture is an exaggeration. That house is really nice. So of course, some Japanese family that's doing well is going to want to buy it. Okay, but in the same way, the good people that are doing well in this town, they like the nice stuff too, and they're not going to want to buy that other cheaper selection in the marketplace. They're going to want to buy something like this. And that one that was commercially zoned, okay, yeah, I just don't think it's going to move. So, oh, look at that, parking for three. So then, okay, you can also extrapolate from this here as well. There's a Japanese family who's got, there's a, like, I can take my own family in Tokamachi, okay? My brother-in-law, he's a truck driver, okay? That's a professional truck driver, and that's a really good job in Japan, especially if you live in the countryside, because you can bring in $5,000 a month. And you know what my brother-in-law's expenses are every month? His phone bill and his power bill, because everything's owned. So, like what I was saying, a family could come in here. The wife is working. Let's say it's a family. It's a Nisei tire. There's two generations. Okay. There's a person who's a delivery driver can park their car here so they can have a commercial use. They can park their car that the family uses. And when someone else comes over to visit, there's a parking space. Something like this is attractive. That's why the realtors are putting it here. They know the behavior of people. Okay. That's why this house is going to move. That's like a token, which is the deed. Okay, there we go. There's a full kitchen. It's all been renovated. Okay, this is exactly nice and clean. Older house. but everything's been cleaned up. Okay, like they're saying that, I guess they're telling the story that they've redone the foundations because these old houses have shit foundations and full of bugs. Now, the better thing would have been to do is to put a plastic at least over this dirt. And that's why concrete foundations are better, because they stop rodents and they stop insects from coming up here, and especially the termites from eating all the wood. Okay, anyway, this is like a shomesho, which is it's just showing that this company here, this komuten, yeah, they're going to guarantee the house. Okay, I didn't look at the total details of it, but it has a warranty. Of course, a family's going to come to a place like this because that construction company is giving a warranty on it. They're like, something goes wrong with it, they got to come and fix it. Anyhow, this is the kind of house in this market, okay, that is going to go to like a family that this is going to sell. This is going to sell. Maybe that commercial one is a good one, but I'm not done this video, and I'm going to keep developing my point here, which is the Akiya red pill. Okay, I just got to bring it to you. This is the other selection in the market, and this is the one on the total bottom of the market for 258 mon. And it's all in this little town of Miyatsu. Okay, same town as that one in the first picture I showed you on the Instagram. And certainly, I mean, this house is just, no one's going to buy it. No one's going to buy it. This is basically Akiya. This is similar to my Akiya that I own in well, my family owns. I own it, but like our family, I'll be staying there next month. I'm going to shoot a video from my Akiya in Tokamachi, and you'll be able to see it. And I'm going to show you the second floor. When I go up the second floor, I got to be very careful where I walk, because the floor could actually collapse. Okay, but actually, I talk about this. I give you the red pill on this. Is not too bad. If a person has a ability and you can come in and fix this one up, I'm not against this, because this is not much money. This is not much money at all. This is basically, you're getting free land. So if you're going to move into Miyatsu, at least buy something like this, or even even cheaper. Okay, that's pretty good. Is it like a double urinal? My son and I could go in there and to die for, and the toilet as well. So I mean, I get a little negative on this one, but I don't get negative when it's $25,000 or it's $18,000. I don't get negative on it, but and I understand these Instagram pages like Cheap Houses Japan. They got to put at least some sort of baseline, like nicer place. But I just want to let you know that people don't want to buy this shit. Okay, they don't want to buy it. Okay, and maybe you guys who don't live in Japan for a long time, you look at this stuff and you like it, but no one wants to buy this in Japan. Well, I want to buy, look, I showed you the stuff that's hitting on the Instagram, the popular place, that concrete house. That's what people actually, everyone wants it. Okay, including me. Okay, but I don't have enough money for that either. But look at this. It's terrible. This is what you're getting into. So you better have some ability, because you're just buying someone else's problems. This is basically garbage. Basically go, well, this is not too bad. This is probably from the 1980s. This is from the 1990s. This is like the circuit breaker box. Okay, and these are like decently upgraded buttons on it. So yeah, it's been upgraded, and there's some things I like about it too. It's a nice Shoten guy, but it doesn't have any parking. Does it have any parking? There's no parking, right? So before, when we talked about the other house we previously, oh, you see what they're telling you? Look at that. This is the monthly parking. So there's monthly parking in the neighborhood, and then you need to come to this real estate agency and contract a spot. Why are they bringing it up? They're showing you that there's monthly parking in this neighborhood that you can get, because this house doesn't have any parking. Okay, and we saw from the previous listing that we looked at, the one upmarket listing. Okay, we come back here to this picture right here. This picture. This is like the third or fourth picture in the listing. It has priority. Okay, I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the fourth picture in the listing, and it's saying there's 3 parking spots. So this place is gonna sell because it has what people want. That other place never gonna sell. So basically, when you buy something like that, you're just stuck with it. Did you see when we went there to this? Okay, that's this one here I'm doing. Okay, maybe this beautiful house here is an exaggeration. Like, that's the real top end of the market. Okay, but when we go here, I go here to this one here. Do you see a parking spot? Do you see a parking spot? I don't see a parking spot on this one at all. I don't know. I'm just guessing, right? But in front of the cafe, you don't want to necessarily put. You could, though. You could possibly park a cool little K truck or maybe a red Volkswagen van like my like I have right there, and that might bring some attention here to the right there. But like if this place doesn't have a parking spot, like why would you even buy it? Okay, so I'm my position on parking is a little bit different when you get into the central wards, for example, of Kyoto, and that's my cue for moving here into the central wards of Kyoto. We can leave here. We can see though too the one other last thing before we go to Kyoto. When we see all blue, when we're at the very bottom of this market, we see all blue. Okay, we know that the market is broken. We saw it in Chiba last month when we looked at that video there, or that town in that video of Choshi. We saw basically sea of blue. Everything's broken. Nothing's going to sell. There's no like market distribution. Everything's on the very bottom. Okay, now let's move over here. Okay, I'm going to take your 3,000 mon, okay, your Sanzen Nihyaku mon, and I'm going to come in here into the most. If you're going to move into Kyoto, you want to move into Kyoto, okay, at least move into the top wards in the what's happening here? What's happening here, Tokyo Real Estate Man? What's happening? You've at least got to move here into the top wards of the city where you're going to have some liquidity. You're otherwise you're not going to have any liquidity. Here is Kyoto Station right here. This is Higashiyama Ward. This is Kyomizudera. This is the place I did the video you'll see in Gastown. Why is Gastown in Vancouver not doing very well right now? There's no economic pressure on it. No one wants to be there. Okay, the only people that want to, the biggest business in Gastown right now is subsidized government housing. Okay, and it's the same thing. At least in this area right here, there's economic pressure. People are coming in here to Kyoto Station, so these wards have economic pressure on them, and they also have internal demand because Japanese people and Japanese investors want to buy the best quality land in Japan. So why are you smarter than the trend? Why would you get a place like this? Anyway, I have some other samples here in the marketplace here in Kyoto. I thought that we could look at right here in this neighborhood. Okay. Um, and this is exactly the equivalent. This house in Kyoto is the equivalent. Here we go, right here, Kyoto. It's in Kyoto Shi. Okay, Higashi Yamaku, right there. That is the best ward. Okay, the best ward in Kyoto. Okay, and let's have a look. We have a two-story house, same amount. Okay, you're not taking any risk. All the risk is off the table. If you want to move to Miyatsu, you could buy that place for 258 and fix it up. But when you come home at night after your or at on the weekends to come back to this place, at least you'll be owning this house right here in a popular ward of Tokyo. This or Kyoto, excuse me. This is the house for sale right here. What do you see in front of this house? You see a car. You don't see a full-size car. You see a K truck, okay? See the yellow plate? That looks like a Suzuki. By the way, I saw the new Suzuki Carry in a video yesterday. Really nice looking car. Okay, by the way, we'll go through the pictures. I think they're living in the house, so they're not showing the internal pictures. So it's a fairly new house. It looks like it's about within 20 years old, okay? But it has everything. It has location, it has parking, it has everything you need. All the systems are working, and it's so at least when you take you have this kind of money and you're coming into Japan, okay, this is the kind of sensible move that you want to make. That house on Instagram, okay, is worth nothing. It's worth zero. Red pill, Tokyo Real, Tokyo Real Estate Man. Okay, this is its location. A house like this is Nanajoeki, 18 minutes away from there. Okay, it's a little further away, but you don't have to worry because there's a parking spot. So what is the Japanese family thinking? Well, it's 18 minutes away from the station, but it doesn't matter because when we go grocery shopping, what are we going to take? We're going to take our car. This is not a huge, expensive price for a house in Kyoto. It's a decent price. Now, I've restricted the search for anything under Sanzengo Hyakuman, so anything under 3,500 man. Built in 2013, fairly new. You saw on Instagram, the popular house in Japan is new and modern. Why are you going to go against that trend? You smarter? You smarter than the trend? Okay, location of this house is right here. I don't think it's right in front of the rail track, but you see it's in Higashi Yama Ward. The river is right there. Kyoto Station is right there. Okay, yeah. This is the highway. This is the Shinkansen line, by the way, right here. Okay, and then when you want to go to places like Biwako and stuff like that, you go on. You go. There's mountains between Otsu and Kyoto. There's a whole sort of mountain pass. I have to move out the map out a little bit here so you can see. Okay, This is Lake Biwa, okay, and this is Otsu right here, right? And then to get through, there's a couple of ways you got to drive through these mountains. Don't forget, in Japan, these are all mountains. You can't live here. You can't live here, okay? So from time immemorial, people have decided the best places for the urban centers in Japan to be, okay, and this is one of them. So for God's sakes, if you have this kind of money and you want to come into Japan, do not take the risk and put it into middle of nowhere anywhere. Okay, that's why I'm trying to drop some red pill on you. At least coming, if you want to move into Kyoto, come into the best wards of the city, and you can live there for 5 years, and then your money and the power and the effort that you took to have your money is going to be able to sell it. Okay, and you're going to be able to make your next move, which is maybe move to Tokyo, for example. These are the things that you can do when you're smart. I have another sample. Sorry, these notification things are coming up here on the video, and I have no idea reason why. I'm getting feisty today, Tokyo real estate man. Let's go here to the next sample in the marketplace, which is about the same sort of price range here. This was the house right here, two-story house. And no, that was the wrong, I'm on the wrong one here. This is the one in, I thought I found a really cool sample here in the marketplace here in Kyoto, another one here. Uh, perhaps, perhaps I didn't, perhaps I only did the one listing. I'm sorry. I thought, I guess the only listing that I'm looking at is this one here, because I wanted to keep there was another couple listings around the same sort of price in the neighborhood as well. But I thought this one was the best one because it had the parking spot. The other spot didn't have the parking spot. And like it or not, whether you like cars or Greta, whatever that climate change girl or whatever they're, okay, Japanese families, okay, they want a car. Remember in that other, the one nice house in the this one right here, this one nice house, the realtors are already showing that there's 3 parking spots. Anyways, for God's sakes, this is Akiya Red Pill. When you buy this stuff in the middle of nowhere, and I get it. I get it with the backdrop of everything in the world right now, okay, that this real estate in Japan presents an opportunity. There's another one in Kyoto. I guess I always take these other ones as Kyotos as samples of, I'll fire this one up, as samples of the kind of stuff that this is not so bad because it's not too much money, okay, but this again is going to be in the middle of nowhere, Kyoto. So you can buy for 52,000, you can almost get a small house in Kyoto. Okay, this is a pretty nice house, though. I'm not against. I think I kept this one an example of something that's not too bad. Okay, and this was from Japan Home Quest. But when you're buying that stuff that's up market and stuff like that, anything above this kind of price, you should not be buying in rural Japan. That's just my opinion. At least going to the lead urban centers right now in Osaka and Kyoto, and especially Yokohama or Tokyo. Even some wards of Yokohama, the population is going down. Okay, why are you going to go against that trend? This trend is a long-term trend of the population is going down. So when you buy these places in the middle of nowhere, you're just buying some other family's problems. Why do I know this? Because my family has sold like 3 of their Akias over time. And before they sold the land, they had to bulldoze the land, and it cost like 10 or 15 grand to bulldoze it and throw out the old house. And then they were able to sell it as land for someone to come in and build a new house because that's what the Japanese people want. Anyways, another video here from Tokyo real estate man. If you're ever interested in a property, any of this, even this one in Kyoto was a good sample. The one in the market I put here today in in this uh, in this video was a good sample. You can come here to my website, Tokyo Real Estate Man. You'll see the one website right there. I have a contact box. I'm not convinced it's ever working, so I have put my email here at the very top right there for you to get a hold of me. Thank you for taking the time to watch the videos on this channel. I really enjoy making them. I will be in Tokyo next week, and I will be doing much more street raw material and talking about the real estate in Tokyo. Another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. いつもこのチャンネル見てるの皆様ありがとうございます。この動画でここでもう終わりです。ありがとうございます。